We are recording.
Awesome.
Sorry, guys. We had a little bit of a malfunction on YouTube. It is harder than we thought it was going to be. Kristin and I spent 30 minutes getting it up and running, but we are excited and we're on. And I'm going to let Kristin get us kicked off.
Hey, welcome everybody. I'm so excited that you guys are here. I've been looking forward to this for weeks, and then we were all ready and a little glitch. So I'm so excited that you guys are all jumping on. And my name is Kristin. I'm a presidential diamond with It Works. And Kellie and I just decided we are going to start just by sharing our journeys. I love to hear people's stories because, as we always tell people, your journey is your journey. And it's so awesome to hear other people's stories because you're going to relate to and others. You're going to hear something where you're like, oh my gosh, that's just like me. And so I love hearing other people's stories. And so we're going to start there. And then we both picked some of our favorite business building tips and things that you guys can take, some tangible tips that you can get off tonight's Zoom and take it with you to your business, utilize it tonight to really grow. And then also, how to finish this year strong. 2016, you guys, don't be waiting. Don't wait till 2017 to start your business. You want to be starting to pump your business right now, because what you do right now is going to totally launch you for 2017. So don't be for 2017. So we're also going to give you kind of what we're doing to get ready for the next year. So like I said, my name is Kristin. I joined It Works Global in 2013. I am a skeptic of all skeptics. I worked in a spa for over 10 years. We owned a spa. And when I saw these crazy posts, you guys, on Facebook, I was like, there is no way that you can put something on the body in 45 minutes to get results. I was literally like laughing at it. And actually, the girl who enrolled me, I knew she was a photographer. She was a client of mine at the spa, and she was a photographer. So you guys, honestly, I thought for sure she was photoshopping her before and after pictures. I really was like, that girl is crazy. Like, I can't believe my client's that crazy. Like, doing her belly wraps and posting them. She is totally photoshopping that. But I was also very intrigued, like, gosh, what if this does work? What if it does work and I have my clients come to see me for hour-long facials? If I could give them a facial and also tighten and tone their tummy or wrap their thighs or arms where they're getting a facial treatment, it'd be super awesome. And so curiosity got the best to me, you guys, and I messaged Mackenzie, and all I said was, what is this? And all she would say to me is, let me come and wrap you. And I said, no, I don't want to be wrapped. Just tell me what it is. And she said, let me come and wrap you. The third time, again, all she said was, let me come and wrap you. So finally, you guys, I just wanted to prove that this product didn't work. I wanted to prove that it didn't work. And I said, fine, you can come and wrap me. Because honestly, I just wanted to get it out of my mind. I wanted to know that it didn't work so I could stop being intrigued by it. So Mackenzie came over to my house. She put the wrap on me, and I'm like, whatever, like, this is so silly, like, I don't even know what I'm doing. And I didn't even like drink my water yet because I'm thinking it's not gonna work. And I remember she took the wrap off of me, and I looked down at my tummy, and I was like, what? Like, what just happened? Like, I think something happened, but I'm not really sure, but I don't think it really worked. And then, you guys, she put my pictures side by side, and I was blown away by my results. Blown away. I've had 2 C-sections, and as we know, no matter how much diet and exercise you do, it does not improve the elasticity of the skin. And I was really intrigued at that point. I was like, oh my goodness. If this did this after one time, I can't even imagine what a full treatment would be. So, when I tell you that, I want to tell you that getting the wrap on people, you guys, is so important. It's the key to this business, is getting that wrap on people. I know if I would have never been wrapped, I would not be sitting here today. I would not be a believer of It Works Global if I didn't get the wrap put on me. So after she put the wrap on me, and she said to me these keywords, and I want you guys to remember this because it sticks with me. She said to me, okay, now that you've tried one, you want to continue your treatment, right? She didn't say, like, I don't know, do you want a box? It was, you want to continue your treatment, right? Well, yeah, it's like teeth whitening one time. You're not just going to quit. You want to continue going for your full treatment to get your results. So I said, yeah, absolutely, I want to continue my treatment. She said, for $59, you can be a loyal customer. And I said, great, that's what I'm going to do. She goes, you know, Kristin, for $40 more, you can be a distributor. I was like, oh my gosh, no, it's so not my thing. I'm not a home party person. I don't have time for it. It's really not my thing. And then I had called my husband and I just said, you know, she wants me to be a distributor. And he's like, well, how much is it? And I said, it's $99. And he goes, Kristin, you go to Target to buy milk and you spend $99. He was the one that said to me, like, what if? Like, it's $99. So I became a distributor, and for my first 6 weeks, you guys, I didn't do much of anything because I didn't think it was really for me. And I remember just using the products. Landon was using the products. The few people that I told were using the products. And what happened was they were getting awesome results. I was getting great results. I was feeling so much better. I had so much more energy. I just started feeling like myself again. I mean, as a mom, you kind of lose yourself. You give everything to everybody else. And when I was giving myself these amazing products, I started feeling better. And you guys, you know what else? I was making a little bit of money. That moment, I put 2 and 2 together, and I thought, you know what? I have my hands on some amazing products that are changing my life, that the few people that I told just could like, oh, I'm doing this thing, I don't really know what it is, they were getting great results, and I was already making a little bit of money, and I put it together, and I thought, oh my goodness, I am robbing people of these amazing products and this amazing opportunity if I don't share it. That's all I needed to do, is I needed to share it. And after that, you guys, I was excited. I was passionate. I found this fire in me, and I just wanted to see how many more people I could help. At that time, you guys, it wasn't about me. It switched to about others. How many other people can I help? How many people are going to take that wrap off and get those amazing results? How many more people need energy? How many more people need better sleep? There are so many people out there, and we have something for everyone. And so my first year into the business, you guys, I went presidential. It was just amazing. It was an incredible whirlwind. And I got to be a stay-at-home mom. And that, to me, was the most priceless, precious thing ever, is I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but I never saw it possible. You know, I never saw it being a reality for us. And this company, this opportunity, and these amazing products, you guys, got me to my most unrealistic dream. And the cool part is, my husband, a full-time police officer, was able to go reserve. He was able to step back, and he was able to trick or treat with our family for the first time ever because of It Works Global. He was able to travel with us and go to Christmas with us because of It Works Global. And so when they tell you, give it a year, it's going to change your life, I will tell you, in 1 year, our life was completely changed. 3.5 years later, here we are still doing this, and it is still changing not only our lives, but the cool part is it's changing so many people's lives around us. So it's pretty incredible. So Kelly, that's kind of my story in a nutshell.
Oh, I love it. I was just writing down notes. I had to grab some more paper. A couple of things you said that I just thought were so important. The $40 more, for me, that was actually what also got me joined, was the $40 more, which I'm going to go into my story in a minute. But that's so crucial. I think a lot of times we focus so much on prejudging who this business is for. But in all reality, if you just focus on like $40 more, if you presented that to every single person you talk to about the little customer program and the products, I guarantee you'd be sending more distributors if you brought that up more often, because I would have never ever thought that for $40 I could start an at-home business. So amazing. And then the other thing I thought was cool you talked about, Kristin, is just a little bit of money, right? I think sometimes when we have new distributors on our team, I get the, oh, I don't know what to post because I don't have a story like you, or I still have debt, or the money we're making isn't life-changing yet. But most people relate to a little bit of money. Most people don't join this company for a $10,000 bonus or to make ambassador money. They're joining for $200, $300, $500 a month. And so I think it's so important to remember that little bit of money is what is going to appeal to most people. Car payments, nail money, as Lori Conway always said for her. We just get so wrapped up in that life-changing money that sometimes I think we downplay what most of us are looking for, is at $200 to $300. So love those points, love your story. Every time I hear it, I get something new out of it. So I am Kellie Kaufman, Ambassador Diamond. I have been doing this now for almost 5 years, which to me seems so crazy. It's gone so fast, in such a whirlwind. I was very similar to Kristin. I had 2 C-sections and mine were in under 2 years. I had lost the weight very fast, but I had that nice little stomach pooch we all us C-section moms know and love. I tell people all the time, I love when I hear, oh, I believe in the old-fashioned way of diet and exercise. I'm like, well, then you've never had a C-section, because diet and exercise can only go so far, and that stomach is still there. So I stumbled upon It Works on Facebook, like many of us did the same. And I, again, thought it was a scam too. Actually, my sponsor, Jen, I remember saying to Chris, like, I cannot believe this good Christian girl is scamming people out of money. Like, I am so shocked by this. Like, here I was thinking she was this wholesome person, and she is lying to make money. Then interest got the best of me, and I kept watching her Facebook, and she was about to host a party. She was not a distributor yet, but was just going to have a party. Well, we live about 3 hours away from each other, so I knew I couldn't go, but I just kind of watched and saw the interest. I saw people commenting on her attending post. And so then the party came and went, and I remember people commenting on her post saying that they had measurable results. And I was like, man, either this thing could possibly work, or Jen has a lot of friends who also lie. So I mean, like, it's a 50-50 chance at this, and I couldn't imagine that all her friends would lie for her. So I finally bit the bullet, messaged her, wanting to know more about these crazy wraps. Chris and I were in a financial disaster at the time. From the outside looking in, it was a white picket fence. We had a beautiful home. We drove a car we couldn't afford. We had beautiful children. But the truth of it was we were drowning in debt. You know, we had over $30,000 in credit card debt, over $100,000 in student loans. My dad was helping us monthly. It was not a pretty picture, and it was very embarrassing. I always said, you know, here I am, a mom of 2, but yet my own dad is paying some of our bills. So to even come up with $25 for the wrap was very selfish, but I just wanted it so desperately. I was just aching to get my body back and to feel like myself again. I also was very, very privately struggling with incredible postpartum depression, which I told no one, not even my husband, until Kellie was 4 months old. And I was just drowning. So I'm drowning in debt. I am drowning in self-identity. We had moved to a brand new city. I did not have a single friend or family member living in my town. And so when I asked Chris about these wraps, you know, he was the businessman. He was the entrepreneur. And he was like, oh my gosh, Kellie, for $40 more, you could join the business. And like, maybe you would make a new friend or meet some people and it'd help you get out of the house. I thought he was crazy. Like, I have never sold a thing a day in my life. That is totally him, not me. I was a social worker. Like, my job was to help people. Totally opposite of network marketing and entrepreneurship. So I thought he was crazy. So we kind of bickered back and forth for a while about the wrap and how I was going to get these wraps on my body. So finally, after about 10 days, I decided, okay, enough is enough. This man is not giving up. If I have to spend $40 more to get the wraps, the worst case scenario is I'm out $100. So I joined, hit that submit button without ever trying a wrap, never had any experience in network marketing, and thought, well, here we go, here goes nothing. I'm going to, like Kristin, prove that these crazy little things don't work. But then something happened. I'm very type A personality, so as soon as I hit that submit button, it was like, okay, well, I mean, like, I guess I could just try it out, and I have nothing else to do, right? And maybe I can make my $100 back, because God knows we needed that money back. And so I messaged Jen and said, okay, like, if I was actually going to do this business, what would be my first step? And she said, you need to get 4 loyal customers, and you need to host a party. Well, I couldn't host a party because I didn't have any wraps on hand. I didn't have any money to buy more wraps, and I knew if I hosted a party, again, type A, that I would want to have more than 4 people there to try it. So she said, no, you got to get these 4 loyal customers. You can get discounted wraps, and then you can use that money for a party, and you can make cash. So I was like, wait a minute, I can keep these wraps for myself. I can earn discounted product, and I can make some cash at the same time for having a party. I love to party, so might as well give this a shot. So I sat down on my computer and started messaging people instantly that night. I posted a before and after picture on Facebook. And then I closed down my internet because I knew that people were going to think the exact same thing of me that they thought of Jen, that I was scamming them, that this, you know, what did this girl get herself into? Has she lost her mind? All that kind of stuff. So I shut my computer down, and the next morning I woke up to an inbox. I can't remember now 5 years later, but I think it was 57 messages total between the picture and in my inbox. I was like, oh my gosh, Chris, like, maybe we actually have our hands on something. If this wrap works, this is bananas. So I signed 12 loyal customers before my wrap or kit even came in the mail. So we always said, there's no magic in that box. I had never tried a wrap. I did not have a personal testimony to go off of. I didn't have my kit in hand. All I knew is I was sharing a before and after picture of Jen's, and I was confident that these products could work, and if they did work, an amazing thing could happen. So I signed those 12 loyal customers, and I booked my first party. Like I said, I lived 3 hours away from all my friends and family members. So in order for me to have that launch party, I was going to have to make a commitment, and I was going to have to drive back home. So I did. Chris got off on a Friday at 6 o'clock at night, and I loaded up 2 babies, 2 and under, in the car, and I drove home to have a wrap party. I had 8 people come, and I signed up, I think it was 1 distributor and 7 loyal customers, and I booked another party. And I thought, okay, this is going to work. I saw firsthand the results. And actually at that party, I tried the wrap myself for the first time, which I was so nervous because it was friends and family, but I'm like, well, they're not going to judge me if it doesn't work. And it did. And I saw their faces. I saw hope back into their eyes. Like, okay, like the moment that you can see somebody else feel good about themselves again is such an incredible thing. And, you know, in the 5 years, I've had people say like, oh my gosh, like this is such a vain product, or like, you know, you just want everyone to be skinny. And I'm like, it's not even about that. It's the look in that mom's eyes of self-confidence back. It's the feeling of hope to somebody who financially needs this business so desperately. It's about finding your identity. And I remember in that first party, I thought, wow, like I can really do this. Like lives can be changed. And I changed my mindset from like, no, I'm supposed to be a social worker to help people, to like, I can really help people in this business. And God brought me this business for the exact same reason that he brought me into social work, is to help people. And so like Kristin said, when I changed that mindset from like how I'm going to make money and how I'm going to get my summit back to, well, I have my hands on something that could really, really, really change lives, is really when I went all in with this business. And it didn't happen instantly. It took me a little bit of time. But when that happened, like the light went off and I just went all in. And I had crazy wrap parties. I hosted sometimes 3 to 4 wrap parties a week. I went triple diamond in 4 months, all pretty much off social media, Facebook. It was the only one I have. It is still the only one that I'm successful at. I have tried Instagram and other things, but I'm a big believer of getting that wrap on people. Just like Kristin and I, you know, we did not believe it worked. And most people aren't going to buy into something that they haven't tried, and especially with this product. So it is insanely crucial to get that wrap on people. And 5 years later, that is still my goal. Like I have got to get it on people because I was a skeptic too. So I understand that exact same feeling. So 5 years later, Chris and I have built or moved into our second dream home because we had little Mr. Collins Dean and didn't have the room for him. We were able to have Collins Dean, our miracle baby, through surrogacy, through Ambassador Diamond Mackenzie Schultz. We have paid off all of our credit card debt. We are living an incredible life. You know, Chris has been retired now for almost 3 years. So he's a stay-at-home dad, which is incredible. So Kellie and Collins have never been in daycare, which Campbell had the opposite. Like she spent most of her life in daycare. Chris and I both work. So just having now those moments with them and rocking them to sleep and choosing what I do and don't go to. You know, it's an ongoing joke in our house that Chris is like the PTA mom. They need something at the school, and Chris is the first phone call to come fix the tetherball net or ball, or, you know, to plow the snow off the sidewalks, or whatever it might be. So just being able to have that freedom with my family has been so amazing. And 5 years later, like I know 100% that we are just getting started, because I get that question a lot, like, well, what next? If you guys have already accomplished so much, if you're Ambassador Diamonds, like, you know, what else out there is there? And for me, I think we've just barely scratched the surface, and that is what I'm so excited for the end of 2016 and the beginning of 2017. Don't you think, Kristin?
Absolutely. I'm so pumped up. I'm so excited. So I love your story as well. And every time I also hear yours, I always am like, oh my gosh, I forgot it happened that way, or I missed that piece. And so one of the things that I want to highlight from what you said was you guys, a lot of you would have looked at Kellie 5 years ago and thought she didn't need this. You know, everything looked good on the outside. And you guys, let's face it, Facebook is a highlight reel, we call it, right? People show good things. They show like what they want people to see, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So never judge a book by its cover, okay? So if somebody looks like, you know, they've got it, they would want this, you don't know that. You don't know that. So don't rob anybody of this, and don't be scared to ask them or talk to them about it, because they could be like Kellie, and deep down, they are struggling. Deep down, they are crying themselves to sleep at night, and they need this. They need something. So don't ever judge anybody, you know, and look at people, you know, like Kellie looked like she had her, you know, and Mackenzie says the same thing. You know, they had their house and they had the cars and they were successful business owners, but they were struggling as well. And so just take that and never forget that. If you have that feeling like I should really reach out to this person, or I should talk to this person, or whatever, don't fight that feeling thinking, gosh, but they're a, you know, they're a social worker and they have nice cars, they have a nice house. Like, you never ever know. Kellie, did you ever, and maybe you said this and I missed it, did you ever like or comment on one of her photos before you messaged her about it?
No way, absolutely not. There was no way I was putting my name on that scammable picture. Nope, everything beforehand was private message, and that took multiple posts by her. It took seeing other people comment that they had measurable results, and I was stalking her page, like literally stalking it. And so I tell my team that all the time, like, just because someone doesn't comment or you put a post out there and it gets very low interaction, you have no idea who's watching that, because that was totally me. And I have probably signed 10 to 15 distributors that have done the exact same thing and have messaged me and been like, okay, I'm ready. And I'm like, ready for what? Like, I'm so confused. Like, the business. I'm like, oh, you've never commented or liked, so I had no idea you were interested, which also for me proves the fact that even 5 years later, my 100s list has not maxed out. I get that a lot, like, oh, you know, I've gone through my whole warm market and there's nobody left. I'm like, that's not true, because 5 years later, I am still signing people that I didn't reach out to. And unfortunately, that is just the way it happens sometimes. So it's like digging deep and finding those people and getting them signed up, even though they're not liking or commenting, people are watching.
For sure. I'm the same way. I didn't like or comment on anything. And so I'm the same way as Kellie. If people say to me, oh, but nobody's liking or commenting, I'm like, they're still watching. And the second you stop posting is the second they're going to be ready, and they're going to go with who they do see posting, who's still excited about it, who still is consistently incorporating this into their every single day. So don't for 1 second step back from your business and think that you need to do during those times where you feel like you need a break. You need to do more. You need to do more posting, more parties, more activity, and that's going to help you build your confidence back up in this. So I think that consistent is key, whether it is the products, whether it is posting, whether it is your self-development, whether it is diet, whether it's actually whatever, you have got to be consistently doing your business. You know, I always do this comparison. I always tell my team, you know, you can have the best treadmill in the world, right? You can have the best treadmill and it can give you the best results, but are you going to get the results if you don't get on that treadmill and use it? If you're just hanging your laundry on it, you're not going to get your results that you want. So get on that treadmill and work it. Run your business every single day.
I love that, Kristin. And the other thing about that I love is, I think sometimes when you've been in the business for a while, you start to second guess yourself. Or if you do hit a slump or a slow time in your business, you start to reinvent the wheel. And what happens when you reinvent the wheel is we're actually taking our business in the wrong direction. And I did that for a period of time. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, look at these girls. They are these Instagram queens and they're signing people left and right. Excuse me. I need to do Instagram. And it was like, wait, why do I need to do Instagram? It's not my thing. Like, my thing was Facebook. I do well on Facebook. And go back to that. I do well with meeting people belly to belly and, you know, getting that wrap on them. So I spent time, and my business suffered in those moments of going back and trying to do something that wasn't me. And what works for one doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So find what you love, find what you're passionate about, stick to that, and do what you did in the beginning. In the beginning, my very first thing was I need to sign 4 loyal customers, and I need to do it ASAP, right? So instead of going, okay, well, I'm going to start doing this, or, you know, been in for 5 years, like, what, you know, what's not working? It's like, no, like, I treat every single day like I just hit that submit button, and what do I have to get done in order to host that party? And then I have a party. Like, the two go side by side. My goal is 4 loyal customers, and then I'm going to have that party, so I'm going to constantly be making new contacts, getting that wrap on people, seeing what it's all about, and connecting with women. And it's the same thing every single month in that step to success. And I know people think that we're lying or that we have some magic box as Ambassador Diamonds that are like, oh, this is what you actually do in the business, that you tell us all to do this. Like, no, we actually do that. And my whole business model is the steps to success. And if you don't want to believe me, that's fine. But that is what we're telling you works. And that is what still works 5 years later. Even in the slow time, I don't change anything about my business. I work harder, like you said. I have to remind myself to be even more consistent on my posts, on reaching out, on following up. And Kristin, I know you were the queen of following it up. So I want to hear all about your follow-up.
Yes. So, and to really quickly piggyback off of what you just said, find your strength, you guys. The other thing that I want to tell you with getting back to the basics is stop scrolling and start enrolling. I just heard that the other day. I'm like, because just like Kellie, the second you start scrolling is when you like start looking what everybody else is doing, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing the right things. I need to change it up, and it overwhelms you. It discourages you because maybe they signed 3 distributors and you haven't signed any. So stop scrolling and just start enrolling, just like Kellie said. So yes, I am really hardcore on follow-up. I have people, you guys, from 3 years ago when I joined that I'm still following up with. And I'm always like, because you haven't said no, I haven't taken you off my follow-up list. The key with follow-up is be yourself, okay? Don't write a message and copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. That's when you become spammy. And people are like, well, I don't want to spam people. And I'm like, well, then don't spam them. I don't want to be annoying. Then don't be annoying. Be yourself, okay? Find messages that work for you. If you're not somebody that says, hey, girl, hey, then don't say, hey, girl, hey. People are going to know that it's not really you. I've also seen people like copy and paste, and it's the wrong name or the wrong number. And I'm like, you just went down if you're not just in your business. So make sure that you keep your business personal. I would rather it take me more time to send out personal messages versus copying and pasting in 5 minutes, okay? You are going to get way further. So these are a couple of my favorite follow-up tools, and I want you guys to know that fortune is in the follow-up. Okay, remember that. You are planting all of these seeds, and it's just like a farmer. And I know I've said this, small town girl, Iowa. I say this all the time. I grew up on a farm, and my dad worked hard all the time, you guys, all the time. Was he always getting a harvest? Was he always combining the corn and making money? No, but he was always working. He was planting. He was watering. He was fertilizing. He was doing all of these things. And if he would have quit right before all the corn would have been ready to be combined, he would have missed out on all of that harvest. So just the second that you think, oh my gosh, I don't know, is when all of your seeds are going to blossom. So make sure that you are planting a ton, you are following up, and that's watering them, and then eventually you're gonna have this beautiful harvest. So the first follow-up tool I want to tell you guys is a 2-2-2 rule. As distributors is to help our loyal customers find a product they can't live without, right? We want residual income. We want them to find something they can't live without. And so we have them as a customer for life. I always use the 2-2-2 rule, which means within 2 days of enrolling a loyal customer, follow up with them. Make sure you send them a welcome email. Hey, Susie, I'm so excited for you to try the wraps. They're on their way. Your next date of shipment is going to be on this date. Here's your login. Here's your password. Go ahead. You're in complete control to change it at any time. I'm always here to help you if you need. And then I also give them tips. For best results, here are some tips that I recommend you doing. Let me know when your product comes in. I'm always here to help you, okay? 2 days, your welcome email. 2 weeks, you're going to follow up with them. Hey, Susie, it's been a couple weeks. I wanted to follow up with you to check in, to make sure you received your product, how you're liking it, if you need any additional, if you have any questions for me, because my goal is to make sure that you get the best results possible. And again, I'll follow up, making sure that they have the right tips, that they've taken a before picture, that they're drinking their water, and just really encouraging them on their health journey. Okay, and then in 2 months is really important, because you guys, so often we say to people, okay, you can become a loyal customer and order something for 3 months, and then so often people say, and then you can cancel. Guess what happens, you guys? At 3 months, people cancel because you have that word in their mind, okay? We don't want them to cancel at 3 months. Our goal is to keep them on for life, right? So at 2 months, I message them, how are you doing? How are you liking your products? Next month is your third enrollment order, which means starting month 4, you now earn free shipping on your orders. And guess what? You are halfway to earning $50 in free product. When you get to that 6-month mark, you're going to get $50 in free product. Isn't that awesome? And then I'll always pop 2-month mark, because I don't want to really overwhelm them in the beginning, but at 2 months I'll remind them, okay, now that you love the greens, have you ever tried a cleanse? We have an amazing cleanse. You know what I'm like, did you know you can hold 5 to 10 pounds of sludge in your body? You know, whatever are some of your favorite products, introduce it. So 2 rule, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Now I want to tell you, again, what Kelly said, find your strength. If you're better on like a pen and paper calendar, then do it that way. If you're better setting a reminder in your cell phone, do that. But just as when you enroll somebody, then add them in 2 weeks and 2 months. Have a follow-up ready for them. I promise you guys, this will totally help your volume. So in 3 months, you're not like, oh, I had a big drop in my volume. Well, because you told everybody they can cancel at 3 months. A lifelong program. So usually what I tell them is, I'm so excited about our loyal customer program. It's a lifelong program for you. You have 3 initial enrollment orders, and then after that, you're going to order free shipping. Like, I never say the word auto shipment. I never say the word cancel. And I love that my loyal customers are usually with me much longer than the 3 months. So that's one of my favorite things. And then this is going to be another thing. So a lot of times I use what I call the 1 to 10 scale. Okay, so I message somebody and I'll say, you know, hey Susie, I know that you have been thinking about, joining this journey with me, and I wanted to check in on you. On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being not interested, 10 being interested, tell me where you're at. Okay, if they tell me they're at a 2, then I'm going to slow down my follow-up, okay? Because people always will say to me, how often do you follow up? This is really where I get my key on how often I follow up. Like I said, if they tell me 2, then I'm going to say, okay, tell me what's holding you back. That's my next question. Tell me what's holding you back, okay? And if they say to me it's time, they say to me it's money, whatever they say to me, you guys, I use what I call the feel, felt, found method. And this is one of my all-time favorite tips, the feel, felt, found. Because majority of the time, whatever is holding them back, I had the same concern. I had the same thought. Hey Susie, I know how you feel because I felt the same way, but this is what I found. Hey Susie, I know how you feel about time. You know, I felt the same way when I started. I was busy with 2 kids. I was working long days. My husband was working overnights. But what I found is that anytime I was on social media, I could work my business, you know? And so whether it's through product or distributor, the opportunity, I always use the feel, felt, found. If they talk about the products and they say, you know, if I say, you know, on a scale from 0 to 10 or whatever, and if they say, you know, what's holding me back is I just don't know if it's going to work. Oh my gosh, Susie, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. I was so skeptical of this, but the only way that I knew that it worked was I tried it. How are you ever going to know if you don't try? Okay? So if somebody is below a 5, I'm going to slow down my follow-up a little bit, okay? I'm going to wait a little bit more time in between following up. You guys, if they're over a 6, boom, you gotta make that decision for them. People making decisions, okay? It's like if you go out for dinner with your husband and he says, where do you want to go out to eat? I don't care. Where do you want to go out to eat? I don't care. Where do you want to go out to eat? But if you say, hey, do you want to go out to Olive Garden or do you want to go to Chick-fil-A? Somebody's going to make, right? People don't want to make decisions. So our job is to help them make that decision and then help them find products that they are going to love forever. So those are a couple of my favorite follow-up tips.
Oh, I love it. And one thing I wanted to touch on too, Kristin. Well, first of all, the 1 to 10 scale, I love that. I have never done that. I've never heard that. That is so awesome. I do think it's important. Yeah, because sometimes you almost turn people away who are a 2 because you're like beating it into them. And maybe it's just not the right time, you know? So I think that's so crucial. But over the 6, like absolutely. Like we all needed a little bit of a push, right? Like I would have never signed if Chris wouldn't have been the one to push me. So totally awesome. The other thing is taking care of loyal customers is so important. I think what happens is people sign them up and then they leave them hanging to dry, which one, you're doing such a disservice to them because you're not even informing them about the products. Like I would not, most people are not going to go to the website and search through all the sections and go, I might try that regular, or I might try a cleanse or cleanser. I'm a skincare junkie, and I can promise you I would have never, ever, ever, as a loyal customer, tried our cleanser because, one, it's so affordable. I always had this mindset of like, in order for it to be good for skincare, it has to be expensive. And that's my favorite product, like my absolute favorite product. So taking care of your loyal customers is so important to keep them past 3 months. And then the other part of that is taking care of them so that eventually they see the business side, they see the opportunity. Danielle Mahart is one of the ambassador diamonds underneath me, and she was a loyal customer first. And if I wouldn't have been there to answer her questions, I guarantee you she would not be where she is in this business if I hadn't taken care of her. And a lot of times I get people say, I really wanted this girl to sign as a distributor, and she ended up signing as a loyal. I tell people all the time, that is okay. It's not the right time for them. But your job right now is to nurture them and be there for them so that they can see, one, how much you love your job, how awesome it is, and that you're just there for them. And they're like, okay, well, if she was there for me as a loyal customer, she's going to be there for me in this business as well. I look at it as kind of like an interview process. If you sign somebody as a distributor who's not ready, you're not going to make $1 off of them. We don't make any money off business builder kits. So why are you dragging someone into this business who's not ready? You're just going to waste all your time and energy and feel defeated when you bring someone in who's not ready. Instead, get them on the products. Let them fall in love with the products. And then when they're ready, they will really, really be ready to rock this business. So it's like people say, what's more important, a loyal customer or a distributor in this business? Both. And it depends on the person. So you have to change your mindset to more of an interview process instead of, can I just get your social and credit card number, and can I please get you signed up? Because those people are the ones who aren't going to do anything in this business. And then those are the people who are going to say, I did that It Works thing and it didn't work for me, because they never should have been distributors in that moment. So I just wanted to touch on that. Before we end, I just think that's so important to talk about what ending this fourth quarter strong, how important that is for 2017. A lot of times we hear, it's the slow time, or, my business is down, my volume is down. Well, for one, you need to check yourself in your own personal business, because I sit on that ambassador page or leadership pages all day long, and I'm seeing promotions, crazy promotions, ambassador, presidential, triple diamond, double diamond. Real money is still happening in this business today. And those are the people who are working it consistently every single day. So if it's your business isn't where it needs to be, then you need to check your own business and work with your leaders and get them on the same page as you, and know that the end of 2016 is what catapults your 2017. And you have to get creative this time of year, because people are watching where they spend money. One, it is a known fact that election years, people spend less money. Known fact. I have, my best friend's husband is account manager at Nike, and their numbers are down. Apple's numbers are down. It's just what happens in election years. So no, the sky is not falling. It Works Global is not crumbling by any means. It's just what it is. So what are you going to do now that the election is over? We're coming into a holiday season where people stop spending money on themselves because they're saving their money for others, to get your business growing. You be creative. You do expos. I am not an expo person, and I would never tell you that I am. But this time of year, there are fall bazaars. There are holiday shows, and they're affordable. They're like $25 to go. And you might not sell a ton of wrapped or sign 25 little customers, but you're going to network with people. You're going to get sign-up sheets. People like free. They want that wrap. They don't want to spend the money right now because it's holiday season. Awesome. Let's host a party. Who doesn't like to have a party and get some people over, and then you're going to get to try these wraps for free. This is the best time of year to get out and network and do expos and shows, like I said, because they are all over. Churches, high schools, every single place you look has bazaars and shows like that. That networking is what's going to help you in 2017. That's going to give you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of names and contacts for that big old New Year's resolution that comes around January 1st, right? Everybody's got them, whether it's health, wealth, fitness, get out of debt. They have them. So networking in 2016 is crucial for 2017. I also think you don't wake up on January 1st and go, okay, I'm ready to build this business. Hey team, are you ready? They're gone. If you have left them right now in this slow time or the slow season if you want to talk about, they're going to be gone. But if you're pushing them, if you're giving them the tools, if you're motivating them, if you're helping them be creative in their business, if you're helping them be excited, that's what's going to take 2017 to a whole other level. And I know from some insider information, which I won't repeat, 2017 conference, you guys, there's going to be new stuff, brand new stuff. And I know this from a very reliable source, and I'm excited. It's going to be laid out different than it's ever been before. And it's going to be the best year of A-Works Global. So I'm doing everything in my power today to make sure that as soon as we get to that conference and whatever it is announced, my team and myself and my business are ready to go, ready for action in that moment. And I'm not going to wait till then, because if you're waiting till then, you've waited too long, right? Kristin, don't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know, speaking of Kelly, I will tell you guys that when I was that like, oh, this isn't my thing, I'm not really going to do this, what completely changed me was the Seattle boot camp, Kelly. The Seattle boot camp. I went to my first corporate event. I spent $400 on a ticket that I didn't have to go. I went with 4 girls that I had never met before. You guys, that event completely changed absolutely everything for me. I went in the bathroom. I called my husband. I was crying, and I was like, we're doing this. We're going to do this. And it's not anything that I could tell anybody. It's not anything that I could teach anybody. What it was, you guys, is what I felt. And so as much as you're going to be watching, if you're not going to conference, as much as you're going to be watching things, and you're like, well, I'm sure they're going to like tell me everything that happens. We can tell you, but you're not going to be able to feel it and experience it unless you are there. If there is anything that I will tell you, getting to conference is going to be so important for you for right now, for 2017. Like, you must go to conference because you have got to get there to feel it, right, Kelly? Like, it's not anything you can talk about. Like, you have to feel it.
Yes, for sure. I couldn't agree more. Actually, I joined like 10 days after the conference of 2012. So everyone was coming off this high and motivated and excited. So I actually was a product of conference excitement. So then when my first conference came around in 2013, I had been in this business less than a year. I was Presidential Diamond, Triple Diamond at the time. And I remember Rhonda telling me, you have to get your team to go. You have to. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, I'll post about it and I'll share the stories, but you know, it's not that big a deal. And she kept saying it. And so finally I remember saying to her, you know, Rhonda, I'm just really trusting you because I'm telling these people to, you know, spend their grocery money and they might have to put on a credit card to go to this. And they're, you know, I'm scared. I've never been to one. And here I am telling these people it's going to be life changing. So I am just praying it is and trusting in you. And I remember my first conference sitting in that room going, oh my gosh, if the people knew what I knew now, they would never, ever, ever miss one. And I have never missed one. I had sat at Presidential Diamond for 9 months. I thought my business was failing. I didn't know what to do and went to conference. And the very, very, very next month, I went Presidential Diamond. So it is life-changing. I can't even explain it. You know, people are like, oh, you know, I'll see the post or I'll watch it on pay-per-view. You know, it was a big thing last year. I'm like, it's not the same. The feeling you get, the excitement, being around, well, this year could be 20,000 like-minded business people. It is just so incredible. And what happens there will completely change your business. No excuses. You have to get there. It's so crucial. I just can't even say it enough. It's like it's putting a wrap on. You won't believe me until you do it. So until you go and do it, I can sit here till I'm blue in the face telling you it's going to change your business, but it is. And I say, this is the perfect time to plan it. Ask for Christmas, you know, say, ask what you want for Christmas. Say, you know, I would love to go to this event. You know, could you pitch in for it? Or could you, you know, give me a $25 gift certificate to this restaurant I found close by? Or whatever it is, you can get there. Ask for Sky Miles. People have all different airlines. Ask around. Ask friends and family members. You know, put it out there on Facebook. Be resourceful. You can get there. Put 5 people in a room if you have to. I promise you it will be worth it. And I would love to meet you and see you there. So, yes, I'm so excited for conference.
Yeah. You know, Kelly, my very first conference, really quickly, you guys, I was literally to the cement wall, the very, very, very back row of conference. The next year, I was on that stage, sitting on that white couch, sharing our story. So in the beginning, remember how I said, give it a year and it will change your life? Look at that. That is amazing. And that, you guys, would have never happened if I hadn't gone to conference that year. okay? So get there in any way possible, for sure.
Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know about you, Kristin, but I'm going to get off this call. I'm going to finish some follow-up with some of my new follow-up tools. And I am just ready to end 2016 with a bang. And so that 2017 is going to be the best year of our business, because I know without a doubt, you guys are all in the right place at the right time. And It Works has some huge things in store. And I cannot wait for it all to happen.
I'm so excited. Hey, I have a little challenge for all of you guys. I just thought of this, Kelly, as you were talking about something else. When you get off tonight's call, one of the things that I have done recently, we just did a presidential Zoom with Pam, and what she said is, she said, this business starts with you. It starts with you. So what I encourage you guys all to do when you get off, this is like totally eye-opening. When you get off tonight, I want you to get out a piece, may take a few, and write down everything that you would love to see in your next rock star, or like the rock star distributor on your team. Everything that you would love to see in them, okay? Everything that you would the best rock star, the person that ace that you are looking to enroll, write down every single thing that you would want to see in them. And then go back with a highlighter and see what of those things you are. What of those things are you doing? Okay? It is like mind-blowing, because we have such high expectations for our team or the people that we're looking for, or like our teammates. Well, nobody's doing this. Think about you. Are you doing it? So start tonight off. Work on yourself. Get yourself ready. Get your mind ready. People buy into you before they buy into anything else. So get yourself straight. Get yourself ready. And then, yes, follow up, get excited, get back to using as many exclamation points as you did in the very beginning on your post. That's what I do. I'm always like, how many exclamation points can I put in this post?
I can agree to that. She puts a lot of exclamations in her posts and her messages. Oh.
I do. Crazy. Yes. Yes.
Thanks so much for doing this tonight with me, Kristin. And thank you guys for being flexible on our computer malfunction. And this Zoom is recorded, and I will share that with you all. And I am so excited for each and every one of you. And thank you for investing in your business tonight, taking the time out of your night to be on this call with us. We're so excited to have you. And I'm so excited.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.